Hey food lovers. Today we're diving into a classic Persian dish, Gheimeh Bademjan, a delightful eggplant stew that's packed with flavor. With tender meat, fried eggplant, and aromatic spices, it's a recipe you'll want to try. First,
It was a calm Friday morning. Gentle sunlight streamed through the kitchen window and the sound of birds filled the air. I decided today was perfect for making something truly comforting, something that carries the scent of memories. Persian eggplant stew, Gheimeh Bademjan. I walked over to the fridge. I walked over to the fridge and pulled out fresh lamb stew meat. Then to the spice shelf, turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper and dried limes, the soul of Persian cooking. I remembered my grandmother saying, the secret to a perfect stew is in the spice balance. I picked out a few shiny firm eggplants. They had to be seedless and fresh. Please subscribe to Chef. Peeled the eggplants and sprinkled salt on them to draw out the bitterness. Set them aside. Then I trimmed and cubed the lamb into perfect stew-sized pieces. Grabbed a large onion, peeled it, and diced it finely. That sound of knife on cutting board, that's the music of the kitchen. I placed a pot on the stove, poured in a touch of oil and tossed in the onions. They began to soften and turn golden. Once fragrant, I added the meat. The sizzle was beautiful. I seasoned it turmeric first, then black pepper, a pinch of cinnamon. It all began to come alive. I stirred in yellow split peas that had been soaking overnight. Then, I peeled and grated some ripe tomatoes and added them in. The fresh tomato mixed with spices made an aroma that filled the whole kitchen. Don't forget to subscribe to Chef Empire. This is just the beginning. Time for the eggplants. I rinsed and dried them before frying. Drop them gently into hot oil. Golden perfection. The sound of frying eggplants is pure therapy. And a good eggplant should be soft inside but never mushy. When the meat and peas were halfway cooked, I pierced some dried limes and added them to the pot. Then gently layered the fried eggplants on top. Covered the lid, turned the heat to low, and let the stew simmer. About an hour later, I lifted the lid. The smell? Incredible. Deep, warm, and rich. It hugged the soul. While the stew was simmering, I washed and steamed some Persian rice. Nothing fancy, just saffron, salt, and care. I plated the fluffy rice in a dish and topped it with a touch of saffron. Then, gently spooned the Gheimeh Bademjan alongside it. Rich, beautiful, perfect. A humble table, but filled with love and aroma. If you want to feel this joy in your kitchen, please subscribe to Chef Empire right now.
you'll need fresh eggplants. Peel them, salt them to draw out bitterness, and let them sit. Next, chop your stew beef into small chunks and finely dice a large onion. Sauté the onion in oil until golden, then add the meat and spices like turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon for that incredible aroma. After that, soak your split peas beforehand and add them to the pot, along with grated fresh tomatoes and water. Let everything simmer so the flavors blend beautifully. Meanwhile, fry the eggplants until crispy, creating a perfect contrast for the stew. As the stew cooks, add a few pierced dried limes for an extra burst of flavor, then gently place the fried eggplants on top and cover the pot. Let it simmer low and slow for about an hour. The smell is going to be amazing, trust me. Serve this delicious stew over saffron-infused Persian rice for the ultimate meal. Enjoy your cooking adventure with Gheimeh Bademjan, and remember to subscribe for more tasty recipes.
Special. It is Gheimeh Bademjan, a stew loved in Iran. It has tender meat, it has soft fried eggplant, it has a rich tomato sauce. This dish is pure comfort. Think of golden saffron, think of sweet tomatoes. This stew is a journey of flavors. Let us begin this delicious trip. First, we need our treasures. Good ingredients make good food. We need lamb or beef, cut into small tender cubes. We need beautiful eggplants, shiny purple and firm. Yellow split peas are key. They give a lovely texture. Next we gather our aromatics. Onions, yellow and strong. Tomatoes, ripe or good paste. These build our stew's body. Then the important spices, turmeric for golden color. A touch of cinnamon perhaps. Salt and black pepper always. Now for the true Persian gems. Dried limes called limu amani. They are small, dark and magical. They give a unique sour taste. And saffron, the red gold. Just a few threads are enough. It gives color and perfume. These make the dish truly Persian. Look at all these lovely things. Our meat, our vegetables, our spices. They sit on the counter waiting to become something new. Something warm and delicious. This is the promise of cooking. Taking simple parts, making magic. Are you ready to start? Let us start with the onions. Take 1 or 2 large ones. Peel off the dry, papery skin. Underneath, they are smooth and pale. Place it on your cutting board. Chop, chop, chop them small. Your eyes might sting a little. That is just the flavor waking up. Now, for our meat, we have our small cubes. Heat some oil in a big pot. Make it nice and hot. Add the meat to the pot. Listen to that wonderful sizzle. Brown it on all sides. This builds a deep, rich taste. The yellow split peas need care. Rinse them well under cool water. Some people soak them first, for an hour or even less. This helps them cook evenly, and become perfectly tender. They will make our stew thick, and add a nice, soft bite. Lastly, the eggplants for now. Peel their purple skin, if you like. Or leave some on for looks. Cut them into thick slices. Or long, lovely wedges. Sprinkle them well with salt. Let them sit for a while. This draws out any bitterness. Section 4. Golden eggplant, the art of the perfect fry. Our salted eggplants have rested. You might see little water drops. That is the salt doing its job. Now pat them very dry. Use a clean kitchen towel or some paper towels. Dry eggplants fry up best. They will become so crispy. Heat some fresh oil in a pan, not too much, just enough. We want to fry them gently until they are golden brown. Lay the eggplant slices in. Do not crowd the pan too much. Listen to the gentle sizzle. The kitchen smells so good now. Turn them carefully with tongs. We want both sides beautiful, a lovely, even golden color. The edges might get crispy and the inside will be soft like a creamy, tender cloud. This texture is so important. It makes the dish amazing. Once they are perfectly golden, take them out of the pan. Place them on a plate, maybe with some paper towels to catch any extra oil. Look at them, so beautiful. These fried eggplants are precious. They will crown our stew later. Section 5. Building the stew layers of flavor and fragrance. Now, back to our big pot, the one with the browned meat. If there's too much fat, you can spoon some out. Add your chopped onions now. Cook them with the meat. Stir them until they are soft and a little bit golden. Next we add our spices. This is a very important step. Add a good spoon of turmeric. It gives a warm, earthy flavor and a beautiful yellow color. Stir it in for a minute. Let it toast in the heat. This makes the spice wake up. Time for the tomato flavor. Add a few spoons of tomato paste. Cook it for a few minutes. Stir it well with everything. It will turn a deeper red. This cooking step is key. It makes the tomato taste rich, not raw but sweet and deep. Now, add the rinsed split peas. Stir them into the mixture. Let them meet all the flavors. Then, add water or broth, enough to cover everything well. Bring it all to a gentle boil, then lower the heat to simmer. Our stew is starting to build. Section 6. The magic of saffron and limes, a slow simmer to perfection. Our stew is simmering softly. Now for the Persian magic. Take 2 or 3 dried limes, limu amani, small and round. Gently pierce them with a fork, just a few small holes. This lets their flavor escape, a unique, tangy, citrusy taste. Add these limes to the pot. Let them float in the stew. They will slowly soften and release their special tartness. Now, for the glorious saffron. Grind a pinch of saffron threads with a tiny bit of sugar. Then add a little hot water. See that beautiful golden liquid? That is our bloomed saffron. It smells like heaven itself. Pour most of it into the stew. Save a little for garnish. Stir everything gently now. The stew will get more fragrant and a lovely warm color. Let the stew simmer slowly for at least an hour, maybe more. The meat needs to be tender, the split peas soft and creamy. The flavors need to meld. Patience is your best friend here. The kitchen smells incredible now. This is the heart of Persian cooking. Section 7. A feast for the senses, serving and savoring Gheimeh Bademjan. The wait is almost over. Our Gheimeh Bademjan is ready. The sauce is thickened nicely. The meat is wonderfully tender. The split peas are soft. The whole kitchen smells divine, like a warm, flavorful hug. It is time to serve our feast. Persian stews love fluffy rice. This rice is called chilo. Each grain is separate and long. Spoon a mountain of rice onto a beautiful serving platter or onto individual plates. If you made tadig, crispy rice, that makes it extra special. Now, carefully arrange the stew, ladle it over or beside the rice. Remember our golden fried eggplants? Place them lovingly on top. They look so beautiful there. Drizzle with that last bit of saffron for extra color and aroma. Some like crispy potato sticks too. Take a moment to look. See the rich colors, the deep red of the tomato, the gold of the saffron, the purple brown of eggplant. Then, take your first bite. The tender meat, the creamy eggplant, the tangy lime, the fragrant saffron. This is Gheimeh Bademjan. Enjoy.